Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And then there were 8. Welcome in. Thanks all for joining in tonight here once again as we are back live for the Elite 8 of the NCAA tournament for 2026. We're going to battle the Big Ten in this matchup. The Iowa Hawkeyes, the number 9 seed, taking on the number 3 seed, the Illinois Fighting Illini. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And Illinois coming off a 10-point win over Houston as the underdogs in that matchup at Houston. And major win for Illinois to keep their NCAA tournament hopes alive. On the other side, Iowa, they trailed by double digits, stormed back, beat Nebraska in the Battle of the Big Ten in the previous matchup for the Hawkeyes. And Iowa, dream season continues on their first-year head coach Bill McCollum. 77-71 victory over Nebraska. There was a time that Nebraska, couple minutes left to go in that game, had just 4 players on the court, and that's where Iowa got a full court inbound, took control, scored a layup, got fouled. Rest was history after that, able to close out, win the game. And what a matchup there for Iowa. They took out the 1 seed, the defending champs Florida, 1 week ago, 73-72. And we got the second meeting between these two teams this season. Illinois took the first meeting at Iowa, 75-69, back in Big Ten Conference action. That took place on January 11th, so going back like almost 3 months ago was the last time that these two teams met up. Illinois at one point had an 18-point lead in that game, and Illinois was able to out-rebound Iowa, plus 7 on the glass, 38-31. In the previous matchup. I'll be live for both of the streams tonight here, Iowa, Illinois, followed by Arizona, Purdue. Feel free to join in throughout the course of the night here on the channel. Iowa looking for their first Final Four appearance since 1980. They've appeared in 3 Final Four games before. They were national runner-up in 1956, 1955, 1956, and 1980. The previous 3 Final Fours for Iowa, but they're led by a head coach who has been a previous champion himself, 4-time Division II champion at Northwest Missouri State under head coach Bill McCollum at Iowa. What a story with these guys, like mid-major players, Division II players that make up this Iowa Hawkeyes roster. As Ben McCollum, he coached the leading scorer on Iowa, Bennett Sturts, when he started off his collegiate career at Northwest Missouri State, then transferred off to Drake, and now playing for the Iowa Hawkeyes. On the other side, this roster for Illinois built up of the Eastern European pipeline. 4 Eastern Europeans on the roster for Illinois with David Mirkovic, Tomislav Avicic, Zvonimir Avicic, and Mihailo Petrovic. This is a team that's built up of young studs in the roster. It also got a couple players that's 7-footers on the team for Illinois. They have one of the top offensive units in the nation and number 2 in adjusted KenPom offensive efficiency behind Purdue. In Illinois, under head coach Brad Underwood, the deepest run ever in an NCAA tournament by him as head coach. And that's tied with the 2024 Elite 8, where they face UConn, get taken out of the Elite 8. But wow, they got the graphic up. Iowa transfers from Drake, Bennett Sturts, Tavion Bakes, Cam Manyawu, Cale Combs, Isaiah Howard. It's right down the list. Multiple transfers that came over from mid-major Drake that makes up this Iowa Hawkeyes roster. Illinois has been the 5 Final Fours. Previous one, when they were the national runner-up to UNC back in 2005. They went to the Final Four in 1949, 1951. 1952, 1989, and 2005. A couple more minutes before tip-off. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate all for being a part here on the channel. And hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here tonight, Illinois or Iowa. Make sure to type it in the chat. That poll is even 50-50. Make sure to keep on voting in the poll as well. Should be an interesting contrast between these two teams. This Illinois offense, they are red hot. One of the top offensive units in the country. They're going to like to spread the floor. They got shooters on the court at all times. They're a knockdown shooting team, and also they're elite at rebounding. Illinois puts up 84 points per game, 21st in the country. They do not foul. They don't turn over the basketball, and they are an excellent rebounding team that could also make free throws. I think a lot's going to hinge on the three-point shot making in this matchup. Both of these teams during the last meeting were drilling threes. Illinois 10 for 28 from the perimeter. Iowa 9 for 29 from three. The percentages were 36 and 31 in favor of Illinois in three-point shooting. Also, the rebounding could be a difference maker in this game too. Iowa got smashed on the glass early against Nebraska, giving up a bunch of second-chance rebounds to Nebraska. Iowa started to get better throughout the course of the game. Illinois, they got a ton of size on their team. They have two guys over 7 feet tall. Tomislav Ivicic, he's 7'1" from Croatia. And then the other Ivicic, Zavonimir, he is 7'2". Both of them out of Croatia for the Ivicic brothers. And just incredible what Brad Underwood did with this team. That he brought in young players alongside with developing European players on the roster. And Illinois led by Keaton Wagler, a first year for him. Second team All-American, averaging just under 18 points per game, having just an absolutely incredible season, named Big Ten Freshman of the Year. And then Iowa, it's Bennett Starts. That's the main guy, putting up 19.7 points per game, top 5 in the Big Ten Conference. Former transfer from Northwest Missouri State, where Ben McCollum was the head coach, and then transferred Win McCollum over to Drake, and now at Iowa for his senior season. What's good, Jake on the street? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Glad to have you back in. Things going pretty well. Just waiting for this one to get tipped off. Number 9 seed with Iowa. We could be looking at potentially 3-1s and then either a 9 or a 3. That's the possibility. So Arizona, Michigan, and Duke still all alive. If all 3-1 seeds win their Elite 8 games, it could be 3-1s and then the oddball out in the bottom left part of the bracket. Winner of this game will face the winner of UConn versus Duke on the left side of the bracket in the Final Four. This game taking place out in the Toyota Center, Houston, Texas. Just absolute pandemonium on this side of the bracket because Iowa took out Florida, the defending champions. And then Illinois took out Houston, the number 2 seed. So that leaves number 3 versus number 9 in the Elite 8. Colin Boswell, Keaton Wagler, Jake Davis, David Mirkovic, Tomislav Ivicic, the starting 5 for Illinois, going up against Cale Combs, Bennett Starts, Cooper Koch, Tavion Bakes, and Cam Manyawu, the starting 5 for Iowa. What's good, Alan? Welcome back in. Should be a fascinating matchup here tonight. First out of 2 streams for you guys right here, right now, about to get tipped off with action. Iowa, black jerseys, yellow numbers, yellow letters. Go left to right on the floor. Illinois with a white jerseys, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters, orange outline. Iowa controls the opening tip. First possession of the night. Cam Manyawu into the hands to Starts, out to the right wing over to Tavion Banks, slides it off to his left to Cale Combs. Cale Combs dribbles up, push pass out to the wing. Starts, pocket pass down low with a foul charge to Illinois. That's a rarity. Illinois just simply does not foul. Top 5 in the country and fewest personal fouls per game. They rank at number 2 in that area. They're 5th in the nation and fewest turnovers per game as well for Illinois. So this is a smart decision-making team throughout the course of the season for Illinois, but they pick up a quick personal foul. Iowa looking to inbounds. They send it on top, deflected, and intercepted by Illinois with a steal off the inbounds. Opening possession now for the Fighting Illini. Keaton Wagler at the right wing perimeter. Lost the handle of the basketball as he is trying to see if he can come away with it. He can't. Results in a steal from behind by Iowa. Taking it up the floor. Banks blocked from behind. Able to get the right place, right time, though, with a putback by Cale Combs off the block. First basket going to the Hawkeyes with Cale Combs. Illinois will try again. 1 foul, 1 turnover. That's not their system. Getting that out of their system in the opening minutes. Mirkovic inside the key. Called on the travel. Illinois right now with jitters. They average around 8 turnovers per game. They have 2 off their first 2 possessions. Yeah, this would be a major upset if Iowa does win this game. A 9 seed going to the Final Four. And tear it down to Rushak with a 2-handed flush. It's Cam Menyawu. There you go. 4-zip Iowa. Must have emphasized the fast start to begin this game because it was exactly the opposite against Nebraska to start things off. Illinois struggling to get things going. And away from the basketball, Iowa picks up a personal foul. That's on Combs. The clock will stop at 18:35. We're just getting started tonight. If you're doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Hey, what's good, Jeffrey? Welcome back in, man. Illinois gets the inbound around the perimeter. Mirkovic on the outside finds Wagler. Wagler at the right wing perimeter off the screen set by Mirkovic across the floor to Slava Visic. Hand off to Jake Davis. Out to the corner, 3 in the air. Kylan Boswell left off the rim short to rebound. Secure by Iowa. Kylan Boswell, former transfer from Arizona. So Arizona will be taking on Purdue later tonight. Iowa with possession. Far side corner with Bennett Sturts. Dribbles towards his right. Turns the corner. Up fake. Sturts. 15-footer. Connects on it. 6-0 Hawkeyes. Wow, couldn't have drawn it up any better if you're Iowa. What an incredible start in this game. Largest deficit in the tournament currently for Illinois. They were out in full control in that game in the second half over Houston. Houston just could not buy a bucket. And right now running into an Iowa team that's red hot. Davis. Handoff, David Mirkovic. Backs his way to the mid-block. Mirkovic, jumper inside the key off the back rim, no good. Iowa rips away the defensive rebound with Alvaro Folgueras. Wow, this is a fantastic start right now for the Hawkeyes. Iowa, one of the slowest tempo offenses in the nation. They will slow it down, play their tempo. Bennett Sturts slides it out to the tops. Cale Combs outside Sturts. Tees up for a 3. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound hauled in by Illinois. Yeah, both of these games should be excellent. If this is any indication of anything, wow. Like, right out of the gate here, Iowa out to a tremendous start for the 9 seed. Davis pulls up from deep, skipped around the rim and out, missed by Illinois. Rebound secure by Tavion Banks for the Hawkeyes. Up the floor, starts, drive, dish out to the wing. At the left wing with Cooper Koch, handoff to Tavion Banks. On the outside, it goes to Bennett Sturts. 16:45 left to go in the first half. Sturts, pocket pass. Banks, outside, 3, straight away, swoosh! It is good by Iowa. 9-0 lead for the Hawkeyes. Brad Underwood, he's going to have his team keep on playing throughout this right now. Wow. Something special for Iowa here, Carly. Illinois scoreless on the board to begin. Wagler at the top of the key. Wagler dribbles up inside the key off the Euro step, puts up the shot and banks it up and in off the glass. Yeah, I heard about that, Jeffrey. That's too bad. So, no more Connecticut Suns. I saw that yesterday. The Fertitta owners, they own the Fertitta Center in Houston. They just bought out the Connecticut Suns, going to move it over to Houston. Bennett Sturts towards his left. He gets it back off the bounce pass from Kamba. Yahoo! Bennett Sturts fires a 3 and he rips it down the cylinder for the triple. 12-2 for the Hawkeyes. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win here tonight? Iowa or Illinois? Put it in. Iowa is red hot. 5 for 6 from 2. A 2 for 3 from the perimeter to begin this game. Keaton Wagler at the top of the key off the crossover. Lost it. Got it back into the hands of Jake Davis. Back over to Wagler. Down by 10 in the early going. Under 15.5 left to go. Spin cycle. Wagler inside the key off the jump stop. No good off the mark. Davis missed the shot. Went up though and the putback got fouled. 2 free throws coming up at the line for Illinois. And we're going to head to the first media timeout tonight's action. Iowa setting the tone in this game. Bennett Sturts. 5 points with a rebound and an assist right out of the gates. Division II player, transferred to a mid-major and now at the Power 5 level. And everybody is bought into Ben McCollum's system, and they are on fire. 12-2 start for the Hawkeyes the first time out. Wow, this is just insane. 9 seed. If they keep it up, they're going to be the first team of the Final Four. Absolutely insane. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified for future live streams. What's good? Eric on the street, welcome in. Man, Illinois, number 2 offense and offensive efficiency behind Purdue. They cannot buy a basket right now. Illinois is 1 for 5 shooting, and everything that they have been doing so well with this season, they've completely crumbled in the first 4+ minutes. 2 turnovers, 1 foul. They just simply don't foul. They don't turn over the basketball, and right now they've turned it over. They turned it over the first 2 possessions tonight for them. Bennett starts 5.5 minutes. Cale Combs 5.5 minutes for Combs. Both with a 3 each. Only basket made by Keaton Wagler for Illinois. So Kylan Boswell, David Mirkovic, and Jake Davis each missing a shot. Yeah, so both of these games should be really good tonight. I would think the spread would be a lot closer for these matchups. They honestly aren't. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked to see the spreads are like further apart. Like a lot of these games are like 6.5, 7.5 point favorites in the spreads, and none of them come down to like a 1 possession game. Right now, Iowa up in the poll 57 to 43. Make sure to vote in the poll if you haven't already done so. If you're new to the channel, enjoy the stream. Keep on smashing the thumbs up. Hitting that like helps out this video a ton being found on YouTube. Type in the chat who you're rooting for out there to win this game. Iowa, Illinois. Wow, what a dream season for the Hawkeyes. I don't think anybody saw this coming, how they completely went downwards at the end of the season. Got themselves a 9 seed. Yeah, Iowa, late stretch of the season, really struggled. They were 3-7 going into the tournament in their previous 10 games. The only wins came against Maryland, Ohio State, and Nebraska. And those 3 wins came at home. They had struggled in road games in the final month entering the tournament. (12-3). Illinois splits the free throws to the line with Jake Davis. Iowa back with the basketball. Top of the key, number 7 with Alvaro Fulgaris into the hands of Sturch. Dribbles up. Kick out corner off to Cale Combs and the outside back to Fulgaris. Fulgaris handoff starts. Flings it off to the corner. Back out to the wing to Sturch. 15 minutes left to go in regulation as there's a block down low. That was Illinois, the big boy, Savonimir Arvicic, who came up with a rejection. Under 14:45 left to play in the first half. David Mirkovic on the outside, off to number 2, Andrei Stojakovic. Stojakovic, bounce pass corner, broke it up, deflected, and Iowa collects the steal. There's bodies, though, hitting the deck. And Illinois able to force the tie-up. Possession arrow stays with Illinois. A dangerous possession there by Iowa. Very close to being a turnover. RJ in the stream, like in Iowa for this one. Welcome in. Just 1 field goal so far made by Illinois. That was by Keaton Wagler. They're 1 for 5 from the floor. Illinois underneath, looking for the inbound. It goes out to the wing to Mirkovic. Mirkovic, guarded at the far side corner, gets the way back to Wagler. 12 in the timer. Into the hands to Mirkovic. Mirkovic backs his way inside the key. Puts up the shot, mid-range, off the rim, short, tipped around, and the offensive rebound controlled by Illinois. New at 20 in the timer right now for the Fighting Illini. Keaton Wagler. 12 in the shot clock. Outside finds Humberkiss. Humberkiss on the 3 off the mark, no good. Stojakovic offensive rebound. Putbacks there for 2. 7-point game right now. Big second chance there for Illinois. Iowa will slow down tempo. One of the slowest offenses in the nation. Illinois leads the offensive rebound column 3-0. Bennett starts. Top of the key. Torres left off the dribble. He is defended by Andrei Stojakovic. On the outside off to Cale Combs at the right wing. Combs off the screener, set by his teammates. Finds number 7, Fulgaris. Fulgaris swung it to the wrong player. Intercepted by Illinois. Up the floor, Stojakovic floats up the runner. Gunner to go. Kiss off the glass. And a foul. And the one coming up at the free throw line for Illinois with Andrei Stojakovic. Now we get a ball game. The steal leading to the 2 by the Fighting Illini. And now this opens up the opportunity to start to close the deficit. Andrei Stojakovic, free throw. And no good. Bounced off the rib. Offensive rebound. Put back. Backdoor scores. It's Mirkovic. 3-point game. Illinois out hustling Iowa on the offensive rebound margin 4-0 now. Iowa started off shooting the cover off the ball to begin this match. Still shooting the ball extremely well. 63%, 5 for 8 from the floor. 2 for 4 from the perimeter. Bennett starts. Edge of the March Madness logo. Starts under 13 minutes left to go. A jumper for a 3. No good off the back rim. Misfired. But the Hawkeyes and out of bounds. Last touched off Iowa. It's going to go back to Illinois. Down by 3. Boswell takes up the floor. Dump off down low to the big fella. Zavadimir Misic missed it, but fouled in the process. He'll have 2 free throws. So 2 shots here coming up at the line by Illinois. Pretty solid free throw shooting unit as a team this season. 77.8%, 17th in the country. Savadimir Avicic, 2 free throws for Illinois. First one's good. We got 60 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate all for joining in, being a part here on the channel. Feel free, type in the chat who you'd like to win here tonight. Iowa or Illinois. Second free throw, Avicic, right down the middle. 1-point game all of a sudden. It was 12-2 Iowa. And now Illinois in a 9-zip run. Iowa with possession. 12.5 left to go in the opening half. On the scoreless strata, almost 3.5 minutes for the Hawkeyes. Starts outside to the wing. A Tate Sage. He was excellent off the bench. And a win over Nebraska on Thursday. Starts pocket pass off the roll down. Manyahu into the hands number 23. Isaiah Howard gets it outside to Starts. Starts 5 at the shot clock. Give and go. Starts receives it again. Dribbles up to the wing. Launches the 3. High Yorker got it. Bennett Starts lets it rain for the perimeter. That's a tough shot off the arc. That is Peyton Pritchard level stuff there by Bennett Starts off a very high arcing 3. Shot over the top of one defender. Andrei Stojakovic around the perimeter, guarded by one defender. Crossover, dribbles up, spin cycle inside the key. Stojakovic bumped and fouled. And the clock will stop at 11:47. And this will take us to the media timeout. Bennett Starts putting on a show right now for the Hawkeyes. Responsible for more than half the points so far. 8 out of the 15 on the second made triple the game just a few moments ago as we head to the timeout. 15-11 Iowa. Wow, what a start. Iowa's been struggling with the second chance rebound opportunities tonight. Illinois 7-3 on the glass, 4-0 in offensive rebounds. 5 personal fouls currently by Iowa, just 1 by Illinois. Illinois completely has turned things around since a slow start. And Illinois yet to get the 3-ball going. That's what they're known for. They're a team that likes to spread out the floor and knock down jumpers from the perimeter. They were 9th in the nation in 3-point makes, but currently 0 for 3 from the perimeter to start off tonight. Oof, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I heard they won last night. Wow, a bunch of people coming in. If you're new on the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Helps it a ton finding this stream on YouTube. Let us know out in the chat who you guys like to win here today. Type it in the chat. Illinois, Iowa, Hawkeyes, type it in. Illini, type it in. Orange Crush. Put your emoji out there. Yellow and black for the Hawkeyes. Orange if you're going for the Fighting Illini. And this is the first stream out of 2 tonight. I'll also be live later tonight covering Arizona, Purdue. So if you'd like to come on back for that one, feel free to do so. And then tomorrow, hoping to cover the 2 other Elite 8 matchups. So we got Tennessee, Michigan. It's the first one just past 2 o'clock. And then just past 5 o'clock is Duke against UConn. Buzz, welcome in. He's got Illinois. If you're just joining in, Iowa start off this game red hot. They were up 12-2 to begin. They were knocking down shots left and right. Started to cool off recently, though, as Illinois has found their way back into this matchup. Illinois getting a bunch of second chance opportunities, smashing the glass, collecting rebounds. Illinois with a rebound margin 7-4, 4-1 in the offensive rebound column. We get back to action. Illinois with possession, though. Nice spin move right to the cup. Able to lay it up and in with a left-hand layup. That is Andrei Stojakovic off the inbound, who is able to score for the Illini. 2-point game. Perfect. 3 for 3 from the floor now for Stojakovic. Iowa with possession. Bennett starts off the double team of the right wing. Bounce pass on top into the hands to Isaiah Howard. Dribbles up inside the key. Howard circles his way back out to the perimeter. Back over to Sturtz. 6 in the shot clock. Sturtz takes on Ben Hummerkiss. 1-on-1 jumper. 15-footer connects on it. That's a humongous shot by Bennett Sturtz. Rising up in the biggest of moments. Division II to mid-major Drake to Power 5 Iowa. What a career for Bennett Sturtz. Illinois with possession. Hummerkiss at the wing. Lobs it over to the low block. Get it off the hands of Tomislav Visic. It's a turnover. Illinois now with 3 turnovers tonight. That's unlike them. One of the top teams in the country in ball control and fewest turnovers per game. Iowa up by 4 with possession. Cross courts with Cam Manyahu. Off to Sturtz again. Finds Manyahu. Handoff Sturtz. Sturtz. Pocket pass. Manyahu. Kick out. Corner. Open 3. Got it. That is Tate Sage who buries the triple. That is incredible ball movement. We saw that in the late stage against Nebraska on Thursday night. Iowa was putting together NBA level playmaking ball movements on the floor. 7-point advantage for the Hawkeyes. Illinois with possession. Andrei Stojakovic drives on one defender. It's on Sage, who picks up the reach and foul. And the clock will stop with 10:08. That's now the 6th personal foul as a team for Iowa. Illinois with just 1. Oh, I got you there. Yeah, somebody was saying that it was last night. I got you. Thursday. Inbound goes to Wagler. Wagler with possession. Slides it on top, number 0, David Mirkovic, back over to Wagler. 10 minutes left to go before halftime. Wagler, lob, down low, no good, couldn't finish. Tip in goes in though. It is Tomislava Visic, the 7-footer from Croatia, who scores the tip in. 5-point game. Iowa with possession. 8 for 12 from 2, 4 for 6 from the perimeter. Shooting lights out from the floor at 62%. Carly as a team tonight. Bennett Sturts dribbles up top of the key, slides it off to Combs. Combs at the corner. Dribbles up to the elbow, up fake, cross-court starts. He takes the 3 at the left wing, off the backroom, no good. A rebound ripped away by Mirkovic for Illinois. Down by 5 for the Fighting Illini. So we're down to 9:15 left to go before halftime. Illinois top of the key, Keaton Wagler. Wagler off the screen, launches the 3 straight away. He's got it. Big time stroke for the first year. Keaton Wagler lets it rain for the perimeter. It's a 2-point game. Iowa with possession. Starts on top. Yeah, just Arizona tonight's the only team that's not a Big Ten team playing on a Saturday night. Elite 8. Right baseline dribble from the corner. Kale Combs swings it off to the elbow. Tavion Banks lost control of the basketball. Rolls out of bounds. Last off Illinois, according to the official. It's going to stay Iowa ball. Illinois, Iowa, hit us up in the chat who you like to win this one tonight here. What a game to begin the Elite 8 round. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Iowa will have 8 seconds on the shot clock. Iowa gets the inbound with Bennett Sturts. Starts to the right wing, fires a bullet down low, bouncing bodies, puts up the shot, draws the contact, and the foul. 2 free throws coming up by Tavion Banks for Iowa. Tavion Banks, one of many players who transferred in from Drake in the offseason alongside head coach Ben McCollum for the Hawkeyes. Duke reaching the Elite 8 for the 26th time, the 3rd most all-time as a program. It's one of the key highlights from last night's action. Duke surviving St. John's, the game I covered last night was a thriller. UConn able to pull away late and win over Michigan State. A couple upsets from last night, as our that was one out of 2 upsets. The other upset, the bigger one, was Tennessee over Iowa State, a 6-2. Free throws are good at the line. Both of them go down for the Hawkeyes. And then Michigan took care of business last night in a win over Alabama. 4-point lead for Iowa. Iowa, their first pair of free throws, able to sink down at the line with Tavion Banks. Illinois with possession, top of the key. It goes to Mirkovic. Finds Davis in the corner, back out to the wing. A lob to Mirkovic. Mirkovic backs his way at the elbow. Mirkovic towards his right, lost the handle, turns it over. Iowa collects the steal. Illinois, though, gets the basketball right back up the floor with Kylan Boswell. And now Illinois will slow down tempo. Nothing new for the Fighting Illini. Able to break out loose in the second half against Houston. At Houston, at the Toyota Center in the Sweet 16. A slow start offensively for them. Bouncing bodies. Keaton Wagler high off the glass. Gutted a drop up and in. Off the backboard. Good for 2. Back to a 2-point game. And in the backcourt, Illinois picks up the personal. Going to take us to the media timeout as well. It's on Boswell, who gets charged on the personal foul. 7:43 left to go before halftime. March Madness, Elite 8 at his finest. Boswell knocks down Bennett, starts off the dribble. Brad Underwood not happy about the call. He thought it was a legal screen set in the backcourt, charged to Iowa, but Kylan Boswell, guilty party, picks up the personal. 22-20 Iowa, a 2-point lead as we head to the timeout. What a battle tonight. We got 150 plus people watching. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified for future live streams on the channel. I'll be back live later tonight covering Purdue against Arizona, so feel free to come in back live for that one as well. Bennett starts. Big time game for him so far tonight. 10 points on 4 for 6 shooting, 2 for 4 from the perimeter. 6 points by Kale Combs, and then 3 off the bench by Tate Sage, 2 each by Tavion Banks and Cam Manyawu for Iowa. Illinois led by Keaton Wagler. He's got 7 off the bench. Andre Stojakovic with 6. 2 points each by Zvonimir Visic, Tomislav Visic, and David Mirkovic. Yeah, this has been an incredible game so far. Both of these teams back and forth, back and forth. Illinois was struggling early. They were down 12-2 to begin and able to battle back and trailing by 2 currently. And they've only made 1 3 this entire game. They're one of the elite 3-point shooting teams at 3-point makes per game, inside the top 15 in the country. And they're just 1 for 4 from the perimeter. So despite shooting low percentage from 3, they're hanging in. Iowa shooting the cover off the ball. 62% from the floor, 8 for 13 from the floor, 4 for 7 from the perimeter. It's Illinois, though, who has the rebound margin. 9-4 on the glass for Illinois. They just got to drill some threes. If Illinois drills threes, they're going to win this game. If they can't drill threes, then they're going to look like Michigan State from last night. And the teams that keep on getting eliminated from the tournament, big reason why is the inability to make a 3. And even with teams that had great seasons from behind the arc, they played an off game like South Florida did and lost the game. Houston, the rim was just not helping out Houston, and they could not hit a shot to save their life. And the loss to Illinois. And then Michigan State last night really struggled from 3 in their loss to UConn. Five offensive rebounds allowed by Iowa. 7 second chance points scored by Illinois. So that's a big difference maker in this game. Illinois with a lot more size. They have 2 7-footers on the team with the Visic brothers, and that size taking advantage for Illinois, helping them out, hanging this matchup. Ruben, welcome in. Like in Illinois for this one for Ruben. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here, Illinois or Iowa. Wow, they're going to go on like a break from the action, Carly. 22-20. So we have a timeout here taken on the floor. So once again, back to the timeout slide. I'll be back live later tonight. Arizona, Purdue, if you'd like to come on board. Arizona 5.5-point favorites tonight over Purdue. Yeah, something happened. They've got the game in like a stoppage right now. I'm going to see what happens. They're just showing a speaker at the top of the roof. Wow, this game's in a stoppage here currently. Oh, it's the buzzer. So that's what they were showing up there. Yeah, it looked like a speaker. Looks like the Toyota Center horn appears to be stuck. Yeah, people are putting on Twitter that there's a horn that's going off that's stuck, and it's in the arena. So we're on like a game delay right now. Yeah, we've been going through several commercial breaks currently. There's a horn delay at the site. 7:43 left to go in the opening half. It's at the Toyota Center in Houston. What in the world is going on? They get the basketballs coming out so these teams can go through a shootout. Wow, we are in a delay right now in this game. The horn is stuck, and Iowa has their whole team on the floor just shooting around the basketball. They brought out the basketball rack for these guys to just warm up and get themselves situated and shooting some more shots. Wow. Last team to reach the Final Four for Iowa was back in 1980. Iowa's been to 3 Final Fours. 1955, 1956, 1980. Last team for Arizona to reach the Final Four, they put on the screen, was 2001. Arizona won the 1997 National Championship. They play later tonight against Purdue. Illinois, 5 times they've gone to the Final Four. Doritos really early on. 1949, 1951, 1952, 1989, most recently 2005. Second time under head coach Brad Underwood. They've gotten to the Elite 8. Last time UConn put together a 30-zip run on them from 2 years ago. That dominant UConn performance and route to winning over Zach Edey in the national championship in 2024. Yeah, just crazy. Hopefully they have the chief engineer on site. Hopefully it's not somebody that needs to be on call, or they could be screwed. I love gambling, cheering for the Horde right now. All right, looks like they're getting ready. They're going to be getting ready to play soon or so. The whole Toyota Center screen just went dark. Yeah, both of the coaches calling back their teams into the huddle. So hopefully we'll get back into Yeah, hopefully we'll get back into this game soon still. Yeah, still it hasn't been resolved. Still it hasn't been resolved. Both of the teams have just broken the huddle, and they're going through their warm-ups once again right now. It's insane. Like, this level stuff, and we have an issue in the arena, and that's crazy. Like, this is an NBA arena, too. This is where the Houston Rockets play in the NBA. And this stuff's going on. Welcome in. We got William, Charles, Francis Butters. Thanks for joining in. Francis looking for the Hawkeyes to take this one. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here. Iowa, Illinois. Yeah, this is way too long of a break, going on for like 15 plus minutes now. There's a horn that got stuck in the arena, and the whole scoreboard is turned off. Wow, the whole arena scoreboard is just completely black. They're going to resume play? Okay, so we're going to resume play. And actually, it got taken, the CBS score bug is 7:30. So it's not, okay, there we go, 7:43. I was gonna say, it's definitely 7:43. It's not 7:30, so the CBS score bug was completely wrong. They're going to resume play with no scoreboard at the arena. Horn malfunction delay cost 11 minutes of elapsed time. That's why we're on an 11-minute break. Horn malfunction delay in the arena where there is no scoreboard at the arena. Iowa with possession, left to right on the floor, starts, dribbles, penetrates the paint, soars up to the rack and lays it up and in with a right-hand finish. 24-20 for Iowa. Illinois was down by 10 to begin, 12-2. Kylan Boswell dribbles, drives, inside up fake. It goes up, had the ball poke loose, turned it over. Hawkeyes collect the steal. Up the court for Iowa. Bennett starts at the right wing, push pass left wing on the outside to Alvaro Forgaris. Yeah, this could go into the factor here for guys like Bennett. Starts playing at the Division II level, not playing with a scoreboard. When playing at the D2 level, usually those scoreboards, you're playing in arenas that starts just bury the three. You're playing in arenas that have very thin scoreboards that you can like barely read. That is not like anything like the big board above with 20,000 plus fans at the site for this matchup. You're playing in gyms like at the D2 level. Some of the gyms are like 500 capacity for some of those schools with like a very teeny tiny scoreboard that they have. Illinois just attacked the rack and laid it up and in with a right hand finish. 5-point game right now. Down to 6:15 left to go in the opening half. Hawkeyes with possession. Fulgaris at the top of the key. Handoff starts. Towards his left finds Fulgaris. Back to starts. On the top, Fulgaris receives it. Takes the three around the rim and out to rebound. Controlled by Mirkovic for Illinois. Keaton Wagler. Edge of the midcourt logo. Dribbles up, launches the jumper on a three, no good off the mark, deflected out of bounds, and off of the Fighting Illini. It's going to be Iowa ball. Illinois yet to find their stroke from the perimeter. Just 1 for 5 right now from 3. Iowa red hot, 5 for 9. Bennett starts. Big time in the brightest moments. 15 points in the first half by Starts. Starts with possession. He has drilled 3 threes. Comes around the screen set by Banks. Receives the pass. Bounce pass Banks. Kick out corner. Iowa off the crossover. Figueres bouncing bodies down low. Goes up inside. Blocked by Mirkovic. Illinois back with possession. Down by 5. Pushing it up the floor. Andrei Stojakovic. Backs his way to the elbow off the double team. His Pratt's broken up into the hands of Boswell though. Off the Stojakovic down low. And he lays it up and in for 2. 3-point game. Iowa will slow down tempo. 16 to 8 points in the paint in favor of Illinois. Illinois also out rebounding Iowa. 12 to 6. Starts up to the elbow. Top of the key up fake with Davion Banks. Fulgaris. Hand off to Starts. Starts to the elbow. Bounce pass low block Banks. Hand off outside Starts. Dribbles up to the elbow. Outside for a 3. A straightaway. No good off the back rim. Missed by Fulgaris. Rebound goes back to Illinois. Illini with possession. Boswell takes on Starts. Down to 4.5 left to play before halftime. Keaton Wagler. Edge of the midcourt logo slides it off to Avicic. That's Tomislav. So he's able to hand it off. Number 2, Stojakovic off the spin. Lost it, turned it over. Up the floor. Bounce pass by Starts. A little bit too fast for his teammates. Looking for Banks in transition as Iowa turns it back over. Illinois with a 3 for the tie. No good off the back rim. Broke it up out of bounds. Last off of Iowa. I mean, anything could happen. In their region that they're coming out of, a ton of chaos happens. I do like any of the 1 seeds against the Hawkeyes, but I mean, it's possible, especially with the head coach that they got if they keep on playing like this. Hey, what's good, Jay Ramirez? That's awesome, man. Yeah, this region's all over the place. I actually had Houston out of this region. Illinois at the free throw line. 1-1 bonus for Keaton Wagler. Free throw's good. First Big Ten Elite 8 matchup since Wisconsin defeated Purdue 64-60 back in 2000. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Second free throw, Wagler buries it. 1-point game with 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Iowa with possession. Combs for the Hawkeyes with 2 personal fouls. Bennett starts, doing a large bulk of the scoring. And the outside floats it cross court to Tate Sage. In the corner with Isaiah Howard. To the top with Cam and Yahoo. Finds Starts. Fires a 3 off the back rim. No good. Sail to the top of the backboard and out of bounds. And this will lead us to the media timeouts. 3:39 left to go before halftime. Iowa holding on to a 1-point lead over Illinois. Illinois struggling to make their threes. If Illinois starts to hit their shots, then they're going to take the lead. Illinois just 1 for 6 from the perimeter. They're doing their damage inside a low post. Illinois 16 to 8 points in the paint. Iowa been efficient all night long. 10 for 19, 53%, 5 for 11 from 3. Bennett starts carrying the team. It's all going to depend if other guys can step up for Iowa. That's going to be huge. But right now it's a one-man show. Bennett starts more than half of the points, 15 to 27. After that, Kale Combs with 5. And then 3 by Tate Sage off the bench. So it's been a little bit different for Iowa so far. Usually other guys have been able to step up and be difference makers in the tournament, whereas just tonight it's a one-man show with Bennett Starks 15 points in 16 minutes, just carrying the load. He's 6 for 9 shooting. He's attempted almost half of the shots. He's attempted 9 on the 19 total shot attempts, whereas Illinois has got more balance around their roster. 11 points by Keaton Wagler, 8 points by Andrei Stojakovic. Those guys combining for 19 out of 26. And then after that, a couple guys with 2, and then Jake Davis with a made free throw. What's good? Welcome in. I took Illinois in this one. I actually had Houston in my bracket getting to the Final Four. But I do like Illinois in this matchup. What a story that would be if Iowa as the 9 seed gets to the Final Four. Illinois is out rebounding Iowa by a lot. 14-6 on the glass, 6-1 offensive rebounds. It's just Illinois just cannot find their 3. And they started to hit their shots against Houston in the second half. They were in a low-scoring game against Houston. And then in half number 2, they broke loose and they started to take control of the game and run away with it. 6 turnovers by Illinois. That's too much for them. They're one of the top teams in the nation in fewest turnovers per game. Iowa with 5 turnovers. Second chance points for Illinois, 9-2. Bennett Starks as a one-man show. 15 points in 16 minutes. Back to action. 1-point lead for Iowa. Illinois with a possession, though. Chance to take the lead with a made field goal. Top of the key with Keaton Wagler. He dribbles up to the elbow. Wagler at the low block. Puts up the shot. No good. Tip in. Chance missed off the mark by Mirkovic as it goes back to Iowa. That was a golden opportunity. Just couldn't get the tip in to go down. Isaiah Howard into the hands of the Starks. Back outside, 2 Starks. Bennett Starks dribbles towards his right as he takes on Mirkovic. Lob free throw circle. Outside, Tate Sage spots up for a 3. A swash. That is a humongous shot for the perimeter. 4-point lead for Iowa off the made 3 by Tate Sage off the bench. 6 for 12 from 3-point range for Iowa. Illinois just 1 for 6. Keaton Wagler off the double team. Off towards his left into the hands to Humberkiss. Back over to Wagler, 8 on the timer. Wagler dribbles up, drives inside the key. A block from behind out of bounds. It is Cooper Koch with a rejection for the Hawkeyes. Wow. Two at 25 left to play before half. 4.9 in the timer for Illinois to get the inbounds. At the top of the free throw circle, they get it away out to the wing. Iowa picks up a bad foul. Going to send Illinois into the bonus, shooting 1-1. Yeah, that's on Bennett Starks. So Starks picks up the personal. That's his second. That's not good news there for Iowa. Bennett Starks 2 personal fouls, Tate Sage with 2, and Kale Combs with 2. So they're in quite a bit of foul trouble right now with some of their key players. First one's good. Yeah, Bennett Starks cannot afford a third. Because if he gets a third, he's going to have to take a seat on the bench, and here would come the run for Illinois. First free throw, good at the line for Illinois. Second one's good as well by Stojakovic. Kylan Boswell checks back on the floor for Illinois. That foul trouble start about up right now for Iowa. 2-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Possession for Iowa going left to right on the court. Bennett Sturtz sends it off to Isaiah Howard. Back out to Sturtz at the March Madness logo. Into the hands of Sage. Turns the corner off the curl. Flung it out of bounds. Right at Brad Underwood's shoe. And the Illinois bench. Turnover on Iowa. Giving Illinois all the signs of life right now in this game as we're down to 2 minutes left to go. 6 turnovers for each of these teams. Keaton Wagler at the left wing takes on Sturtz. Towards his right. A nice ball fake, number 13, Tomislava Vicious. Wagler at the elbow. He still takes on Sturtz. Sturtz tied the gamble. Dribble up to the top of the key. No launch a three with Wagler. Off the mark, no good. Shoved off the glass. Couldn't score to put back as Mirkovic tried to put it back up and in off the tip-in. And that's 2 missed tip-in opportunities win in the last few minutes by Illinois. If they get both of those tap-ins, they lead this game. Bennett Sturtz instead will slow it down. Under 90 seconds left to go before half. Finds the roller. Menyahu kick out corner. Sage back into the hands to Menyahu. Handoff, Sage, roller, Menyahu, kick out wing. Another bad pass at the turnover. Sailing out of bounds for Iowa, just rushing the pass offline. And once again towards Illinois' side of the bench as it sailed out of bounds. Yeah, Iowa's starting to get sped up. Illinois doing a good job defending the middle of the floor, making sure they kick it out to the corner. Last couple kicks to the corner resulting in turnovers. Illinois with possession. As we approach the final minute left to go before halftime. Kylan Boswell at the top of the key. Lobs it on top. A three straight away. Illinois skipped around the rim and out. Missed by Tomislava Vicic. This is going to stay Illinois ball. Last touched out of bounds off Iowa. 56 seconds left to go before halftime. Boswell inbounds to Mirkovic. Into the hands to Wagler. Keaton Wagler off the double team. Finds Mirkovic. Mirkovic off the up fake. Dribbles, drives right down the lane inside. Missed the layup off the side of the rim. So many chances for Illinois. They just cannot score from point blank range. Loose ball by Iowa. Scooped up by Cam Menyahu. Lob, down low, soaring, got it. A botch possession leading to a 2 by the Hawkeyes. 32-28. With 29.4 seconds left to go. Timeout taken on the floor by Ben McCullum for Iowa. That's a huge possession. Illinois tried to gamble, come up with a steal. Iowa maintained possession and then able to find a roller down to the hoop with Cam Menyahu. As Illinois, on that gamble to steal, they were just outnumbered up the floor at the rim. They thought they were going to go on the fast break transition, but Iowa turned it into 2 points. Man, huge possession right there. And now Iowa starting to become dangerous. And when they get dangerous, that's because other players start to produce outside of Bennett Sturtz. And that's what's happening right now, last couple minutes. Bennett Sturtz stuck at 15. He had 15 points in 16 minutes, but all of a sudden, previous 4 minutes, scoreless. And you get guys scoring buckets. Tate Sage with a 3. He's got 6. Kale Combs up to 5. Cam Menyahu, couple baskets for him recently. He's got 4. And Tavion Banks with 2. Wow, that's what Iowa needed. If they're going to go in and win this game, going to have other players step up, and they've got it in the last couple minutes. Keaton Wagler with 11. After that, 10 points by Stojakovic. Everybody else with 2 or below for Illinois. Tough game by Mirkovic. 1 for 6 shooting. Tomislava Vicic just 2 points in 14 minutes. Illinois had so many chances. Like, they've missed a couple tip-ins. They blew a layup. That's 6 points at least. that should be on the board off 2 missed tip-ins at the rim and then a missed layup. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. 29 seconds left to go before halftime. Wow, we got 200 plus watching right now. You guys, the real legends, MVPs out here to stream. If you'd like to come on back later tonight, I'll be live as well for Purdue versus Arizona. Feel free to do so. What a game. What a start to the Elite Eight. (32-28). Iowa by 4. Illinois underneath their hoop, looking for the inbound. Inbound goes to the baseline to Ben Hummerkiss, as he will cross the midcourt logo inside the front court now for Illinois. 20 seconds left to go before halftime. Illinois with a shot clock turned off. Keaton Wagler, edge of the midcourt logo. David Mirkovic receives it back into the hands of Wagler. 6 seconds left to go. Wagler, spin cycle at the elbow, out fake. Wagler looking to create space off 1 foot, leaning backwards. It's a shot clock violation. Turnover charge to Illinois. So, wow, the score bug on the screen didn't even have the shot clock. Score bug didn't even have the shot clock. 1.5 seconds left to go before halftime as Iowa will have the final possession. 7th turnover of the night for Illinois. Yeah, I thought the shot clock was turned off. It was not in red on the CBS score bug. They didn't plug it in there. Inbound, Iowa, half-court 3 at the buzzer. Hit the top of the glass. No good. Off the mark by Tate Sage. We go into halftime. 32-28 in a bizarre first half that took much longer than what it should have taken due to a buzzer malfunction in the arena that lasted around 11 minutes. 4-point lead for the Hawkeyes going into halftime, 32-28. What a battle. What's good? Super Joe Rob on the stream. Thanks for joining from Spain. Glad to have you find the channel. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe right now at halftime. Hit us up in the poll who you'd like to win as well. Right now, Iowa up in the poll, 56-44 at the half. Bennett starts big time. What a story. Division II to mid-major Drake to Power 5 Iowa. Yeah, I saw this on a post on Twitter where Iowa's roster was 2 years ago. Bennett starts. Northwest Missouri State D2, Tavion Banks. Northwest Missouri State D2, Alvaro Fulgaris, Robert Morris. Cooper Koch was a 4-star high school recruit. Cam Menuahu was from Wyoming. Cale Combs was from Wyoming. Isaiah Howard, a 3-star recruit out of high school. Tate Sage, a 3-star recruit out of high school. I mean, wow, that is just incredible, being able to develop and get the best out of players like head coach Ben McCollum is doing right now. Just an incredible head coach. So glad this guy had a chance to be able to coach high-level basketball, D1, in the Big Ten. I know there's rumors about North Carolina. If I'm Iowa, I'm giving Ben McCollum a big-time contract extension to keep this guy for a long time. And Ben McCollum actually said yesterday that he's going to return to Iowa next season. So big news for their program. Yeah, because he's been in the rumors for North Carolina. I think the best spot for him is like Kansas with a rich basketball history once Bill Self retires, whenever that will be. There'll be an opening there, and that's his opportunity to be the next head coach of a big-time blue blood that will compete consistently for national championships. Holy smokes, like what he's done at Iowa, just incredible. With like Division II guys, 3-star recruits out of high school. Like imagine if these guys were like big time athletes, like the guys that go to like Duke and UNC. Wow, it's just simply impressive, like what he's done. Winner of this game might play Duke. If Duke wins against UConn tomorrow, gonna be a fun one to watch, especially if you have D2 guys that in 3-star recruits that upset top 5-star recruits. That would be insane. Man, the team chemistry. Just looking at this Iowa team, it looks like the ball movement looks like an NBA team. Like it looks like the prime 2024 Boston Celtics when they won the championship with a ball movement going on right now. Just unselfish basketball all around. 8 total assists on 12 made field goals. Some of those assists that they had late in the game against Nebraska, that was simply impressive. Like, their ball movement was on point. They were zipping it around. Everybody was getting a touch. They've done a little bit of that today. Once again, a lot of driving and kicking. Bennett starts 15 points. 6 off the bench by Tate Sage. Perfect 2 for 2 from the perimeter. Kale Combs with 5. 4 by Kamo Minyawu. What we're seeing tonight is that Iowa has got sharp shooting, knocking down shots. 6 for 12 from 3 right now for Iowa. Illinois struggling to make their threes. 1 for 8 from the perimeter for Illinois. If Illinois just buries a couple more shots, they're winning this game. Illinois is just not having a night tonight. Blowing layups, missing tip-ins, got a bunch of size, a couple 7-footers in their team, and just letting those opportunities to waste. Illinois 37% from the floor, Iowa 57% at halftime, and Illinois is doubling up the Hawkeyes in the glass, 18-9. What's good, Zero in the stream? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, really appreciate for joining in. Glad to have you in the channel. George, welcome in, bud. Yeah, Hawkeyes on fire, big time. Yeah, I remember that when Luka Garza played for Iowa earlier this decade. They were projected as like a top 3 team in the country going into Luka Garza's senior year. And just completely fell way short of expectations. Yeah, they got taken out in the first round that year of the tournament, I believe. Or actually, no, he got taken out against Oregon. That was the second round. It was the year after, I think, that they lost against Richmond in the first round, but that was after Garza graduated. Yeah, when they were under Fran McCaffrey, it was like early upsets all over the place. Like, they just could not get it together in the tournament. And they were coming off, like, Big Ten championships. Like, they won the Big Ten championship, and then they got upset against Richmond. I I myself have Illinois winning this one. Man, the chemistry for Iowa, just incredible. For Illinois, it's just haven't been able to make their shots. If they make their shots, they can come on back and win this game. Yeah, that's a good reasoning there. Houston just so physical. Houston just could not make their shots. Yeah, only one day to prepare for this matchup. I don't think anybody saw this coming, like how Iowa finished the season. If it was like another year, they might not have been able to get into the tournament. What helped them out is that all the teams around them kept on losing. So, because they were going way back. Last month of the season, this is what they did since February 11th, going into the bracket. Lost by 7 at Maryland, lost by 21 at home against Purdue, beat Nebraska by 5, lost by 13 at Wisconsin, beat Ohio State by 17, lost at Penn State, lost by 3 against Michigan. That's not a bad loss at all. He can compete with one of the top teams in the country. Lost at Nebraska in overtime, beat Maryland in the Big Ten tournament by 11, and then lost to Ohio State by 3. They were just 3-7 going into the bracket for them. They were 18-5 all the way up till they went 3-7 in their final 10 games. That was tough travel for Iowa. That's one of the things you have to like factor in too is the Big Ten. You got teams all over the place. Iowa's coming from the Midwest, so it catches up with you in terms of travel. So it's not like it's so they're not really close to many teams in their conference. Like they're close to Nebraska, but they had to fly out to Penn State. They lost at Penn State. They played at Oregon and Washington the week prior to them starting off that gigantic losing drought for them. So they were all over the map in their conference. That's what I don't like about these conferences nowadays is that you got teams, Oregon, USC, UCLA, Washington, that's playing in the Big Ten. It's just they have to like get the regions back together because it's just all over the place with all the travel. Yeah, 2 of those games they lost in the final month were at Maryland, at Penn State. So, I mean, that's much better travel than compared to, like, Oregon, Washington, going all the way across the country. Still, that's halfway across the country for them. Purdue, Arizona later tonight. Feel free to join in if you like to come in for that stream as well. I'll be live for Purdue versus Arizona. If you're new to the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I've got Arizona winning the national championship in my bracket. I just feel as though that they're just a really fast team, big team, physical team, super deep. Could give Purdue some matchup problems tonight. Purdue's going to have to shoot the cover off the ball tonight for them. Arizona's got a ton of size. But yeah, Arizona's just so fast, so deep. Put up 109 points on Arkansas. AJ, welcome in. He likes Iowa tonight. Nah, this is a Hawkeyes team that's playing their best basketball right now. They went through a big-time reset and playing their best basketball right now. because the non-conference for them wasn't too impressive. They beat Xavier, they beat Ole Miss. Those teams weren't even close to the tournament. They had losses to Michigan, or they had a loss to Iowa State. They lost to Michigan State. That's early that they play their conference matches on December 2nd. Yup, Ice Baby has Purdue. Arizona looking to get back to the Final Four, first time since 2001. And Purdue went to the national championship. Zach Edey 2024 against UConn, runner-up for Purdue. Yeah, tough one for Iowa State last night. That's another instance of a team that just flamed out yesterday by not hitting shots. Like all these teams, like the teams that keep on getting eliminated, those are the teams that just can't make a three. And Illinois in the first half, they're looking like they're probably going to be the next team that flames out if they can't drill threes in the second half. Yeah, it seems like a lot of the games that I've streamed, it's been dependent on the three ball. South Florida, they lost first round. They could not make a three to save their life. Last night was, Michigan State. Tough one for them from three against UConn. And then a couple of games I didn't stream that just rough games. Houston knocked out against Illinois, the inability to make any sort of shot. They went on like an 8+ minute scoring drought at one point. Iowa State had a tough time. Chilovich had like 6 points going into like the final 5 minutes of regulation yesterday. Yeah, it's Iowa that leads the poll, though, 57-43. Make sure to vote in the poll if you haven't done so. Who you got to win this one? Let us know out in the chat, Iowa or Illinois. Charles going for Tennessee. Yeah, that would be insane if we get like lower seeds out of this bracket that advance to the Final Four. If it's like Iowa, Purdue, Tennessee, UConn. If that's the Final Four, wow, that would be something. UConn's a team that completely flipped the switch on in the tournament. Like, I was worried about them going into the tournament. They have been struggling last couple weeks in the season. Yeah, a lot of people pick Florida. Yeah, I had Florida to my Elite Eight. It's tough to win the championship back-to-back years. Yeah, I got really worried about Florida this year after they got smashed against Vandy in the conference tournament. So that's kind of maybe lay back a little bit more than Florida. Seems like those types of teams, like defending champions besides 2024 UConn, the defending champion, there's a lot of pressure on those teams to repeat. And those teams usually get bounced out. Like historically, it's been like round of 32 or round of 64. They get bounced out even before the Elite Eight. Just so much pressure on those teams. They come into the bracket with a bunch of momentum, but everybody's trying to give that team their best. And all those teams are the hunter going up against the defending champ, which was Florida, becoming the hunted. And yeah, Iowa able to hunt down Florida. Hey, there you go. That's good, man. Yeah, good to see Red Sox able to come on back. Illinois, big ups in the glass so far tonight. 18-9 in rebounds, offensive rebounds 10-1. They're just blowing easy shots. Can't score tip-ins, couple missed tip-ins at the rim in transition. Missed the layup as well, and then just struggling from three. If they're able to up their shooting efficiency, they have the shot tonight to win this game. Their defense having a tough time slowing down Iowa. Iowa making their shots, 12 for 21, 57%, 6 made threes. Illinois struggling at 1 for 8 from 3, 20% lower as a team for Illinois at 10 for 27, 37%. Yeah, St. John's is so physical. Yeah, Purdue has a bunch of leaders and experience on them. So I've got Arizona. They've stumbled in the tournament throughout this decade, and games aren't played on paper. This Purdue team, they're a high-level IQ basketball. Athletically, I'm kind of worried about Purdue going up against Arizona tonight because Purdue has got shooters. If Purdue is drilling their threes, then they have the shot to win this game. It's just Arizona has athletes on their team. It's going to have to take a pretty bad game out of Arizona for Purdue to win, but anything could happen. Like that Purdue team, I like their upperclassmen going into the season, so I said that I could see them going pretty far, making a deep run. That's a very difficult matchup for them going up against Arizona, but they have leaders on the floor. Yeah, most likely. Yeah, probably going to be back live on Monday as well. I kind of have a shorter, like a smaller week for me next week. So supposed to have volleyball Thursday, softball Saturday if it doesn't get rained out. I was supposed to have baseball tomorrow. The game got rescheduled to like May 3rd. The team that they covered, they're actually playing on the road tomorrow at Salve Regina, Jefferson, not too far away from where you are. They were supposed to play Worcester State at home tomorrow, and then yeah, I have to go back and broadcast that one on like May 3rd, so they rescheduled it because today was like 35 degrees. They postponed baseball games due to the cold weather. Still ended up covering lacrosse today. 32-28 at halftime. Iowa up by 4. Bennett starts a one-man show. Iowa has to watch out for foul trouble. That is something that had been melting on them in the late stage of the first half of action. We start off the second half of action, right to left on the floor. Iowa with possession. Corner 3 by the Hawkeyes. No good, off the mark. Missed by Cooper Koch. Foul trouble looks like this. Illinois, no foul trouble. They only have 3 as a team spread between 3 players. Iowa, 2 personal fouls each by Bennett Sturts, Cale Combs, and Tate Sage. Runner, low block, good by Illinois. Tomislava Visic scores the 2. Can't miss those. Good start for Illinois off the little bunny At the low block by Avicic as he has got himself 4. Second possession now for Iowa. At the right wing, pocket pass, free throw circle. Cam and Yahoo back out to the wing into the hands of Sturts. Sturts dribbles towards his right. Sturts outside off to Tavion Banks. Drives inside the key. Banks, leaner, no good off the glass. Tipped around. Illinois controls the defensive rebounds. Yeah, Illinois down by just 2. And they've been smashing Iowa on the glass. Illinois, they broke the game loose against Houston. It was tied up going into halftime. Both of them stuck in the 20s in a low-scoring game. Illinois, start to the second half, they took off. Starts, defends Mirkovic. Mirkovic at the free throw circle. Outside to Tomislav Avicic. Lob down low. Mirkovic off a double team. One in the shot clock. Got it to go. And an and one coming up in the free throw line for Illinois. Tie game. 4-zip run for the Illini to begin the second half. It is Mirkovic able to score. It was over number 8 of Iowa who picked up the follow with Cooper Koch. Here comes Illinois. Illinois has never led it tonight. They were trailing by 10. In the first few minutes, they were down 12-2. This could be a game that the tables have reversed on Iowa. Iowa led 16-6 against Nebraska. And then Iowa able to reverse the score to win the game against Nebraska. Right now, Illinois trying to do the exact opposite. 33-32. Kylan Boswell in the backcourt poked it loose out of the hands of Sturts. They called the foul on Boswell. That was dangerous. That should have been 2 if they didn't catch that foul. Kylan Boswell reach and fall all the way in the backcourt right next to Illinois' hoop. Wow, Iowa gets super lucky. That could have been 2 more points off a turnover. Instead, Iowa has to inbound this ball all the way in their backcourt. Pressure defense on for Illinois. In the backcourt, Iowa with possession. Starts. Crosses the timeline. First, a lead change in the game as Iowa led by 10. 12-2 to start off this game. Away from the basketball, Illinois picks up the personal. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. 15 points tonight by Bennett Sturts. Keaton Wagler has 11 for the Fighting Illini. Hey, there you go. That's awesome. Yeah, I heard that Charahoe is a pretty good school district. 18-20 left to go. Inbound goes to Bennett Sturts. Slides it off to the wing to Cale Combs. Back outside to Sturts. 8 on the shot clock. Iowa plays the slowest tempo offense out of all teams at the major conference level. Stuck at the top of the free throw circle. Outside for a 3 by Tavion Banks. He's got it. Contested 3 straight away. Right down the middle. 2-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Illinois with possession. Kylan Boswell. At the top of the key, towards his left off the dribble. Into the hands to David Mirkovic. Mirkovic drives inside, and Iowa picks up the reach and follow. That's on Tavion Banks. Stops the clock with 17:45. There's now 5 players for Iowa, each with 2 personal fouls. Bennett Sturts, Cam Menyawu, Tavion Banks, Cale Combs, Tate Sage all with 2. Inbound goes to Wagler. Illinois down by just 2, shooting 1 for 8 from the perimeter, down low, no good. Missed the shot was Jake Davis for Illinois. Iowa off the rebounds. Back into the hands to Sturts. Under 17.5 left to go. Bennett Sturts at the top of the key, off the screen. They're set up by his teammate Banks. Bounce pass, Banks at the elbow. Banks feeds it inside the Menyahu, dribbles back out to the perimeter. Off the Sturts. Sturts stuck in the corner off the double team. Bounce pass on top. Open 3. No good off the back rim. Missed by Iowa. Rebound secured by Jake Davis. Illinois with possession. Illinois plus 11 on the glass. 21-10. As the Fighting Illini slow down tempo. 17 minutes left to play. Keaton Wagler at the wing of the perimeter. Takes on 1 defender with Cooper Koch. Slides it on top off to Boswell. The transfer out of Arizona. On top of the big fella. Jacking up a 3. He's got it. Tomislav Avicic. 7-1 out of Croatia. Buries the J. Illinois up by 1 off the May 3. Man, when you have a big boy that can pop up off the pick and pop, line up a 3 straight away, knock it down, that's huge. Louie, welcome in. He's got Illinois. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win here tonight, Iowa or Illinois? 1 point lead for Illinois. Inbound for Iowa. At the left wing perimeter, Kale Combs. Sends it on top into the hands of Sturts. As Illinois goes with their zone defense. Iowa bounce pass in the middle. Kick out to the wing. Open 3. Iowa got it. Big response. Number 8, Cooper Koch. Able to dial one up. Able to break the zone and nail the triple. Illinois with possession. Top of the key. David Mirkovic slides it off towards his left to Keaton Wagler. Back into the hands to Wagler. Off the spin cycle. Wagler high off the glass. Got it to go with a left-hand finish. Plus an and 1 coming up in the free throw line for Keaton Wagler. Strong drive. Torpedo mode right to the cup. Off a spin cycle. Gonna tie game here at 38 apiece. Man, this freshman is something special. Just a big-time drive. Chance to take the lead with a made free throw for Keaton Wagler. Illinois, number 17 in the country in free throw shooting percentage. Free throw is up, free throw is good. 1 point lead once again for the Illini. Man, what a game. Both of these teams faced each other once back on January 11th. Illinois won on the road at Iowa 75-69. Handoff, starts, dribbles up to the elbow, floats it down the top of the key, up fake by Iowa. Almost got called in the travel with Isaiah Howard. Back into the hands to Starts. Bounce pass off to Manyawu. Manyawu, handoff, Starts, 8 in the shot clock. Starts, takes the jumper, contested J, no good off the mark. Rebound secured by Mirkovic. Here goes Illinois with possession, up by 1. Stojakovic attacks the paint, no good, missed the layup. Clean defense by Iowa as they collect the defensive rebound. Up the court with Isaiah Howard, into the hands of Sturts, dribbles up to the elbow, drives inside the key, a fall away off 1 foot, no good off the back rim, a rebound secured by Wagler for Illinois. Fighting Illini with possession. Just above 15 minutes left to go in regulation. Keaton Wagler off the screen set by Tomislava Visic around the perimeter. Wagler stumbled off the dribble, tied up into, and possession arrow continues with Illinois off the tie-up. Clock will stop with 15:01 left to go. Kenneth, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Right now we're going to go into a timeout. 39-38, Illinois up by 1. As they've been trailing throughout the entire game, and they recently took the lead. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified for future live streams. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, college hoops, NBA, and I'll be back live later tonight covering Arizona against Purdue, so feel free to join on back for that one if you'd like as well. Type in the chat who you'd like to win this game, Iowa or Illinois. Black and yellow if you're going for the Hawkeyes. Orange if you're going for Illinois. Put it out in the chat. Hawkeyes, Illini. Joanne, welcome back in. Joanne looking for Iowa to keep on playing. Man, what a story. Iowa, Division II players, or mid-major players, or 3-star recruits. Just an incredible coaching job by Ben McCollum. And this Illinois team, they're built up of 4 Eastern European guys on the roster. So Brad Underwood going out to Europe, recruiting guys out of Croatia, Serbia, Montenegro on the roster. Impact guys. Keaton Wagler, 14 points, leading the way for the Illini. 10 off the bench by Andrei Stojakovic. Everybody else single digits. Tomislava Visic, he has 7. Iowa, one-man show. Bennett starts with 15. And the concern for Iowa for me I have is that they need other players to step up. If Iowa wants to pull off the upset, it just can't be Bennett starts. Because Illinois is now zeroing, keying in on Bennett starts. And Bennett starts has been held scoreless in the last 9 minutes of court time for him. So other players are going to have to step up, knock down some shots. 6 points by Tate Sage, 5 points by Tavion Banks, 5 by Kale Combs. RS, welcome in. Liking Iowa for this one. Ice Baby's good Iowa. Yeah, really good game tonight. Both of these teams flat out playing their hearts out here. Winner will take on a winner of Duke versus UConn in the Final Four next Saturday. Yeah, I was lucky that nobody has 3 for fouls. Multiple guys with 2 personal fouls. Sturts, Menyawu, Banks, Combs, and Sage each with 2. Illinois, 2 personal fouls each by Wagler and Boswell. We come back to action. Illinois, 15 minutes left to go. They get the inbound. Keaton Wagler, defended by Isaiah Howard, sends it off to the wing. Pop it up for a 3 off the mark, no good. Missed by the Illini offensive rebound. Putback chance, no good. Off the mark, misfired by Stojakovic and tapped out of bounds. Last off of Iowa. So this is going to stay Illinois ball. Next time there's a tie-up, possession arrow will go to the Hawkeyes. 3 personal fouls in this half for each team. Both teams with 3 timeouts. Inbound goes to Illinois with Andrei Stojakovic. Backs his way to the elbow. Stojakovic, edge of the key, outside. Stojakovic has it once again off the dribble drive. Lost it, turned it over. Up the floor, Iowa. 2-on-1 off the fast break. Soared up to the rim. Couldn't get it to drop, but they were fouled. 2 free throws coming up by Isaiah Howard for Iowa. Man, this is a battle. .14.5 left to play. 2 free throws, Isaiah Howard for the Hawkeyes. First one, no good. It bounced off the rim and out. That's a critical missed free throw. That's only the 3rd attempt of the game by Iowa. 2 for 3 now at the free throw line. Illinois 9 for 11 tonight on free throws. Second free throw is good. We get a tie game despite that with Illinois shooting a dreadful 2 for 10 from the perimeter. Top 15 in the country in made threes. Hasn't been their bread and butter tonight though. Illinois with possession. At the right wing, Tomislava Visic takes it inside, and a reach and foul charge to, I believe that's number 8 for the Hawkeyes, Cooper Koch, who picks up the personal. Yeah, that's on Koch, so that's now 6 players for the Hawkeyes who have 2 fouls each. Luckily, they've spread it out between everybody. It's not like they have a couple of guys who's in some severe foul trouble. Illinois backs their way up to the low block. Tomislava Visic floats up the left-handed hook shot, no good. Offensive rebound, got it to go. Off the putback, good for 2 by Tomislava Visic. 2-point lead now for Illinois. As we're down to under 14 minutes left to play, 13-2. Second chance points in favor of the Fighting Illini. Starts. Has yet to score in the previous 10 minutes of court time. He's got 15. Bennett starts at the top of the key. Off the double team, flings it off to a Tavion Banks. Tavion Banks pulls up for a 3 off the back rim, no good. And then over the back foul charge. Ooh. No, they're pointing in Iowa's direction. I thought that was a push-off. Charge to the Hawkeyes. Illinois. Yeah, Illinois can't believe the call. This is going to stay Iowa basketball here. So it was off a... Yeah, trying to get this reset. As we have a substitution as well. Zvonimir Avicic checks in as his brother Tomislav Avicic checks out. Inbound to the backcourt. So it is Iowa basketball. Iowa will get the inbound. As we approach we're under 13.5 left to go. Hawkeyes with possession. Bennett starts. At the wing into the hands to Cooper Koch. Back over to Sturts. 6 on the shot clock. Sturts, bounce pass. Jumper, Koch, 3, drills it. Lead change. 42-41. The Hawkeyes letting it rain tonight for the perimeter. 9 for 19 from three-point range. Illinois with possession. We've got 6 lead changes, 3 ties. Largest lead, Iowa led 12-2 in the early going in this matchup. Backdoor cutter, good on the layup. Good teamwork together. Keaton Wagler with an assist over to David Mirkovic, who scored a cutter with a 2. Back and forth, back and forth. Illinois cutting up Iowa inside the paint, 24-10. Iowa living behind the 3 ball in this matchup. Sturts floats up a wild shot, contacted and fouled. And 2 free throws coming up at the line by Bennett Sturts. That's on Stojakovic, who picks up the personal. Nobody with 3 fouls. A bunch of guys with 2 tonight for personal fouls. Tomislav Ivicic, Keaton Wagler, and Kylan Boswell each with 2 for fouls. Iowa has 6 different players, including their entire starting 5, plus Tate Sage off the bench, who has 2 fouls each. First free throw, good. At the line for Sturts. That is the first point by Bennett Sturts in 12 minutes. He had 15 points in 15 minutes, scoreless in the previous 12 minutes until that. Both free throws go down. 17 in a game by Bennett Sturts. Illinois with possession. Keaton Wagler. Bounce pass at the wing into the hands to David Mirkovic. Back outside, Wagler slides it off to his right to Davis. Lob down low off a double team. Mirkovic put it up and was fouled. And if this was on the shot, this will be 2 free throws. Looks like he got held up and backed his way in off the entry pass. And yeah, this is going to reset the offense, so no foul. Mirkovic was no free throws. Mirkovic was fouled before he went into the shot. Inbound Illinois. That's on Tate Sage, who picked up the personal, his 3rd. Savonimir Ivicic outside into the hands to Keaton Wagler. Wagler 8 in the timer. Step back 3 in the air. Lost his defender. Got the 3. Bang, a bang for Keaton Wagler. Lines it up and buries the triple. Humongous 3. His defender just couldn't stick right with him. Completely lost him. And we've now had 9 lead changes in the last 6.5 minutes. Bennett Sturts. 12 in the timer. Dribbles up. Drives inside the key. Sturts off the jump stop. Jumper. Bounced in. It's good for 2. Bennett Sturts, a walking bucket. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. We're under 12 minutes left to go now. I got to get this clock rolling. It wasn't rolling for the last minute or so. We're down to 11.5 left to play in regulation. Illinois with possession, pulling up deep from the parking lot. No good off the back by Wagler. He got knocked down. Long rebound controlled by Iowa. And a foul call, though, charged on the floor. So that will take away the numbers opportunity break for the Hawkeyes. The game clock stops with 11:23. What a game. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Keaton Wagler off the previous step back 3. His defender couldn't stick with him. Created a ton of space off a nasty spin step back. And able to drill it. Foul charge to Wagler. So Wagler was the one who took the 3, got knocked down, and then back end of the play, contacted Iowa trying to get back down the floor. Iowa had a 2-on-0 to the hoop. So Wagler picks up his 3rd personal. This is going to take us to the timeout. Media timeout, 11:23 left to go. Yeah, thanks so much, RS. Appreciate you for being a part of the stream. Feel free to join in. I'll be back live later tonight. Purdue against Arizona, and then tomorrow hoping to cover both of the games. Duke, Michigan State, Tennessee, Michigan. Duke against UConn tomorrow. Duke against UConn, Tennessee, Michigan. So feel free to join in if you guys would like. I covered last night. It was Michigan State against UConn. And UConn able to close it out late. Well, I got 300 plus watching right now. You guys are real MVPs, legends out here to channel. Bennett starts 19 points tonight, playing it in basically the entire game for him for Bennett starts. 7 for 12 shooting, 3 made threes. After that, 6 points by Tate Sage, 6 points by Cooper Koch. Illinois, 2 players double figures, 17 by Keaton Wagler, 10 points by Andrei Stojakovic. Iowa, their threes are outweighing Illinois' twos. That's why this game is tied. Iowa is just lethal from the perimeter tonight. 9 for 19 from three-point range for Iowa, 47%. Illinois, the inability to make a three is crushing them. 3 for 12 from three at 25%. Illinois smashing the glass. They're doubling up Iowa on the rebound column, 24-12. And it's 13-2 in offensive rebounds for Illinois. The issue is that Illinois, they've scored 24 points in the paint. Iowa with 12. You look at the threes that Iowa's made. Iowa's tripling up Illinois in the three-point shot-making column. 9 made threes by Iowa, just 3 made threes by Illinois. That's why this game is tied. Iowa is just dangerous from three, whereas Illinois just cannot hit. Yeah, shades to Zion Williamson, Cassius Winston, 2019, Duke, Michigan State. That's what I had in my bracket. I'm actually stunned that UConn's gone this far. UConn, leading into the tournament, they had been struggling. And the first half against Furman, it was ugly. Like, they were on upset alert for a long time in that game. They had a tough time in their first round matchup. Back to action, 11:20 left to go, 46-46. Iowa gets the basketball. Iowa 4 for 10 this half. Illinois 7 for 13. Bennett starts at the left wing perimeter. Takes on Boswell. Starts. Bounce pass towards the right wing. Into the hands to Sturts. Once again sent by Cooper Koch. 8 in the shot clock. Sturts dribbles up. Push pass. Corner 3. Number 23. Isaiah Howard off the back rim. No good. A rebound secured by Boswell for Illinois. Illinois with possession. Under 11 minutes left to go. Make some noise for your team out in the chat. Type it in. Who you guys got to win? Illinois or Iowa? Boswell off the crossover. Bounce pass outside. Tomislava Visic. Into the hands to Keaton Wagler. Wagler with 17, leading his team for the Fighting Illini. Back out to the perimeter. Kylan Boswell. 5 in the shot clock. Boswell. Push pass to the corner. Jumper on the 3. No good off the mark. That was by Savonimir Visic, and it goes back to Iowa with a rebound controlled by Sturts. Bennett starts. Slides it off towards his left. Cale Combs into the hands of Cam Menuahu, top of the key. Back over to Sturts. Outside, pop it up for a 3 with number 8, Cooper Koch off the back room. No good. A rebound secured by David Mirkovic for Illinois. And Illinois will slow down tempo. Both of these teams slower offenses and adjusted tempo per game. Illinois 285th. Iowa 360th in the nation. Slicing defenders right to the cup. It is good by Keaton Wagler with a layup. 48-46 Illinois. Up to 19 tonight by Wagler. Bennett starts doling it out against Keaton Wagler tonight. Sturts, guarded by Kylan Boswell, dribbles towards his left. Sturts at the left wing, thought about the step back, has only scored 2 points in the previous 14 minutes of court time for him after he had 15 points in the first 15 minutes. Sturts nails the triple. Bennett Sturts, something to say right there with a big-time shot for the perimeter. 49-48 Iowa as we approach the 9-minute mark left to play. Illinois with possession. The right baseline dribble. Mirkovic kicks it outside to the top. Keaton Wagler pulls up for a 3 off the back rim. No good. Tipped around. Offensive rebound controlled by Mirkovic. Mirkovic inside a key. Tripped up and fouled. And that is the 6th personal foul as a team charged to Iowa. Next time, Illinois will go in the bonus. And both teams have 6 fouls currently in this half. What a game. Down to 8:57 left to go. And this is just the first game out of 2 tonight. I'll be back live covering Purdue, Arizona later tonight. Feel free to join in for that one. Underneath that, the hoop, it will be Kylan Boswell, the inbound passer. Illinois has smashed Iowa on the offensive rebound column, 14-2 in this matchup. Inbound goes to the elbow. Mirkovic showing patience, backs his way. On top, swings it off to Tomislav Visic. Back over to Mirkovic. 8 on the timer. Mirkovic at the right baseline finds Tomislav with a 3 off the back rim, no good. Offensive rebound for a brief moment. Knocked away from the hands of Mirkovic as a foul charge to Iowa. That's number 7 on the Hawkeyes. Over the back, personal foul. And in the bonus will go David Mirkovic for Illinois. And this is a very sound, a very efficient Illinois shooting free throw team. 17th in the nation, shooting above 79% at the free throw line. David Mirkovic, a 76.2% free throw shooter. Their best players are all solid free throw shooters. Top 5 scorers who are all averaging double figures for Illinois, all of them shoot at least 75% at the free throw line. So this will be a 1-and-1 bonus for Illinois at the free throw line. First free throw and the 1-and-1. They bricked it off the back rim as it was misfired by Illinois. And back it will go to Iowa. Tate Sage, the guilty party in the previous foul. That was his 4th. So he's in some deep foul trouble. He was a big role player off the bench who came in clutch and nailed major threes to win the game over Nebraska. Combs slides it off towards his right. Handoff starts, turns the corner. Pocket pass down low off the roll down. Goes up. It's a tie-up. Possession arrow, Illinois. That is perfect defense by the Fighting Illini. Wow, that is simply impressive. Illinois forcing the tie-up, number 0. David Mirkovic, step for step, tying up Tavion Banks. Beg my pardon, this is actually Iowa basketball. Wow, CBS had the wrong graphic on who had possession hour. This is Iowa ball. Iowa late in the shot clock, and now Illinois will have possession. Shot clock violation charged to Iowa. So next time around, it will be Illinois ball. So Illinois will have possession arrow in the next tie-up if there is one. Yeah, CBS had the wrong graphic. They had it before. They didn't change it. Or TBS this game's on. Yeah, this is TBS. 49-48. 1-point game. Illinois will have possession. As we approach the 8-minute mark left to go. Both teams with just one single turnover this half each. Illinois with the basketball. 8 for 17 this half shooting. Iowa 5 for 15. Keaton Wagler taking over the game for the Fighting Illini. Push pass in the corner. Back into the hands to Wagler. Now at the top of the key over to Stavakovic. Sturjokovic inside the key. Puts on the shot. Got it to go. Good for 2. Illinois takes the lead right back. 50-49 for the Fighting Illini. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Andrei Stojakovic. He's got himself 12. Iowa, no good. Missed the layup. Going up, able to draw the foul. 2 free throws coming up in the line for the Hawkeyes. As this will take us to the media timeout as well. 1-point game as 7:27 left to go in regulation in this one. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here tonight. Type it in. Illinois, Iowa. Let's go. Make sure to vote in the poll if you haven't already done so. Iowa heavy in the poll right now. 58-42 for the percentages. I'll be back later tonight covering Purdue, Arizona. Feel free to join in for that one as well. And also, I'll be covering both of the doubleheaders tomorrow too for the Elite 8. As we got Tennessee, Michigan. First game tipping off just after 2 p.m. tomorrow. That's at 2:15 p.m. Followed by Duke and UConn at 5:05. Erica liking the Hawkeyes. Black and yellow. If you're going for Iowa, put in the chat. Orange. If you're going for Illinois. Owen liking the Hawkeyes for this one. A lot of people rooting for the underdog out here on the channel. Keaton Wagler, 19 points, leads the way for the Fighting Illini. Double-digit rebounds tonight by David Mirkovic. He has 12 rebounds alongside 7 points. Off the bench, Andrei Stojakovic. He has got 12. Hawkeyes, led by Bennett Sturts. One-man show. Only player to reach double figures. He has almost half the points. 22 out of 49 coming from Sturts. He was 4 for 8 from the perimeter. 6 points by Tate Sage and Cooper Koch. Tate Sage in some really deep foul trouble. He has 4 personal fouls. So the foul was on Tomislav Visic of Illinois. And Iowa, once we get back, they're going to have free throws at the line. 6 Beetle welcome, and he's liking the Illini tonight. Tate taking Iowa. Bennett Sturts, Keaton Wagler. What a game by those two guys in this matchup. 19 for Wagler. Sturts with 23. Single-handedly putting his team on his back. 13-5 second chance points for Illinois. Illinois, they can win this game because they are controlling the glass. They just cannot make a 3. If they lose this game, that's going to be a big reason why. They cannot make a 3 to save their life. 3 for 15 from the perimeter. If Iowa wins this game, you can thank the perimeter shooting. 10 for 23 from 3 at 43% for Iowa, whereas Illinois has made just 3 threes this entire game. Iowa has made 10. Both the free throws are good. 51-50 Iowa. Up by 1. We're down to under 7.5 left to go. Illinois with possession. Keaton Wagler crosses midcourt. 12 lead changes 6 ties after Iowa led at 12-2 in the early stage of the opening half. And in the bonus will go Illinois at the free throw line. Iowa picks up a reach-in foul. That will stop the clock with 7:14. Can't commit fouls like that. Over the limits in terms of fouls. And this will send David Mirkovic to the free throw line. 7 points, 12 rebounds tonight for Mirkovic. 1-1 bonus. First one's good. And this is a solid Illinois free throw shooting team. All 5 starters shooting at least 75% at the free throw line. Tate Sage, deep foul trouble for Iowa. 4 personal fouls, 3 by Cooper Koch. Second free throw, got the bounce. It is good by Mirkovic. 3 personal fouls by Tomislav Visic and Keaton Wagler, the key player for Illinois. 1 point lead for the Fighting Illini. Illinois plus 14 in the glass, 30-16. At the wing for Iowa with number 8 Cooper Koch sends it cross court. Dribbles, drives, penetrates the paint with Cale Combs, sends it back outside. Koch, bounce pass off to the roller. Kick out to the wing, open 3. Cale Combs off the mark, no good. A rebound hauled in by the Illini with Tomislav Visic. Illinois will slow it down. Another 7 minutes left to play. Keaton Wagler past midcourt as he takes on Cale Combs 1-on-1. Keaton Wagler sends it on top. David Mirkovic, 12 on the timer. Mirkovic at the elbow. Dribbles up inside the key. Floats the pass. Low block. Floats up the left hand. Baby hook. And got it a drop. It's good for 2. Tomislav Visic. A friendly roll. And it goes in for Illinois. 3-point lead now for the Fighting Illini. Bennett starts towards his right off a double team. Now moves it towards his left. Back into the hands of the Starts. On top, finds his teammate, powering his way to the hoop. Tavion Banks off the jump stop down low. Missed off the mark, no good. Illinois' size becoming apparent right now. Contesting that miss. Rebound control by Visic. Tomislav Visic, 7'1" out of Croatia. Big impact, forcing that miss. The lob sent over to Tomislav. Visic backs his way, low block, looking to use his size, left-handed baby hook on the drop, and it's good for 2 more by the Illini. Illinois start to eat their way inside the low post. Timeout taken to the floor by Ben McCullum of Iowa. 56-51, going to the 7-footer as they are torching it inside right now, grinding out possessions, getting to the paint, crashing the glass. Illinois, big bodies being big bodies, taking over. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Points in the paint, major differential in favor of Illinois by a landslide, 32-12. 3-point shooting for Iowa, keeping them in this contest all night long, but right now Illinois start to find their bread and butter in this matchup, plus 16 on the glass, 32-16. It's going to be tough to win this game for Iowa when they can't rebound like this. They're going to need to respond rather quickly for them. Going to have to find their shot. The thing is that Bennett Sturts, the defense has been keying in on Bennett Sturts. Bennett Sturts had 15 points in the first 15 minutes. In the previous 19 minutes, he has scored just 9 points. And that's on only 3 made field goals. So he had 7 from the floor, plus 2 at the free throw line. What a game. What's good? Jen on the street, welcome back in. Liking the Hawkeyes for this one. Caleb taking Iowa. Lederick on the stream, liking Iowa but loves Illinois even more. Almost 400 plus watching right now. If you guys are new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And I'll be back live later tonight. Arizona taking on Purdue. If you'd like to come on board, feel free to do so. Wow, what a game. Looked like Iowa was going to run away with it. Kind of looks like the reverse is going to happen now. Still, there's plenty of time, though. 5:41 left to go. It kind of looks like reminiscent of Iowa and Nebraska, but tables flipped in the opposite direction. So Nebraska got out to a fast start. Iowa couldn't make a shot to save their lives in the first couple minutes, and they were crushed on the glass, but this time it's Illinois who was able to fight right on back, and they got it going inside the low post now for Illinois. Just that clear-cut size advantage, having a 7-footer out on the floor, that's just so key. Yeah, patience on these possessions. The tough thing for Iowa, they're down by 5. It feels like it's a little bit more than 5 points because both of these teams play slower tempos. Illinois, what a difference the second half makes. They shot 37% from the floor in the first half. Second half, they're at 55%, and their defense cranking up, limiting Iowa to 29% shooting after a 60% first half for the Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes with possession. Starts, bad pass going up on a jump shot, turn it over. Too much thinking right there. That's a critical turnover as Illinois has the chance to burn some more clock. 5:10 left to go. Into the hands to Keaton Wagler. He's defended by Tate Sage, who has 4 personal fouls. Wagler at the wing, a 12 on the shot clock. Screen gets set by David Mirkovic. Wagler dribbles up inside the paint. Leaner for 2. Got the bounce. Illinois cooking right now. 7-point lead for the Fighting Illini, part of a 30-19 run in the second half, part of an 8-zip run in the last 2.5 minutes. Iowa in trouble. Starts doing a lot of dribbling out around the perimeter. Dribbling up inside the key with Isaiah Howard and bumped into and fouled. Free throws in the bonus for Iowa. Down to 4:33 left to play. A couple of Illinois fans out here in the stream. Got Steven, Charles, welcome back in. Hoping to cover both the Final Four games as well next Saturday, and then the National Championship the day after Easter. So hoping to cover the rest of the games on the channel from now until the national championship. Illinois looking for their first Final Four appearance since they were national runner-up to UNC in 2005. First free throw is good by Isaiah Howard at the line. Iowa, last time they've been to the Final Four was back in 1980. They've been there 3 times as a program, 5 times for Illinois as a program. Second free throw off the back rim, no good. Tipped around towards the far side. Offensive rebound controlled by Iowa. That's a rarity for the Hawkeyes. We'll see if they can generate something out of this. They go backdoor to layup. Got it blocked going up in the air now. Excellent defense by Illinois through traffic. It's Illinois basketball. I believe it was number 3, Ben Humricus, who came up with a swat lob over the top. And a 2-handed flush thrown down by Zvonimir Avicic. Alley-oop slam by Avicic. 8-point lead for the Illini. And a timeout taken to the floor by Iowa. 60-52. Number 3 seed start to flex right now late in this game. Man, Illinois with their size just flustering Iowa to finish at the rim. Illinois completely started to take Iowa away from the perimeter, and now Iowa just scrambling for these possessions, trying to see if they can get downhill in this Illinois defense, and nope, that's not happening. Just way too much size for Illinois. Illinois now with 5 blocks as a team. So despite a terrible shooting performance from 3, that they're 3 for 15 from the perimeter, they've been able to cover it up by just out-rebounding Iowa by a landslide on the glass. 33-17 in rebounds for Illinois, 15-5 on the offensive glass. And Iowa shot the ball just under 60% going into halftime. They're at 50% at halftime. Illinois was at 37%. The percentages have completely reversed. Total shooting percentage right now, Illinois 47%, Iowa just 44%. Part of a 32-20 box score for Illinois in half 2. Yeah, a lot of teams panic when they can't make their threes. This Illinois team, what makes them dangerous is that they can pound it in the interior. And they've got that size to do that, and they're doing it right now. Points in the paint. Major factor for Illinois tonight. Just getting downhill, getting to the rim, showing patience with their 7-footers, backing their way inside. 36-12 points in the paint for Illinois. Hey, thanks so much, David. Really appreciate it, bud. Yeah, Illinois, they can start to feel it. 4 minutes and 6 seconds if they can close this out. Iowa starting to panic quite a bit. Yeah, they drove inside the paint. The issue is that they had shooters lined up around the perimeter wide open. They just could have kicked it out to those shooters. They're going to have to start to do that. Their ball movement was incredible the final 5 minutes against Nebraska. They're going to have to drive and kick it out and zip it around the perimeter and line up open shots. Because that's how they've been able to hang in this game. Their threes have outweighed the twos for Illinois, but that can only happen for so much time, and now it looks like they fallen off the gas pedal. Down by 8, Iowa, critical possession here. Bennett starts, defended around the perimeter by Stojakovic. 14 on the shot clock. Bounce pass off the roller. Banks. Kick out corner. Exactly what they needed to do. They got it. Isaiah Howard buries the 3. Right on cue. Driving kick right there for Iowa, lining up the open shooter. Their ball movement was the best on display against Nebraska towards the end of the game. Illinois with possession. Keaton Wagler. Yeah, that had to be emphasized in the timeout huddle, that they're going to start to drive and kick, have the defense collapse and open up the court for the open shooter. Wagler kicks out to the corner. Well covered, though, attacking the paint. Gutted a drop, plus the foul. Andrei Stojakovic puts it up and through. And a free throw coming up in the line for Illinois. Cal Tate on the stream. Welcome in. Man, sorry to hear that, Connor. Keep your head up, brother. Yeah, be proud that the Hawkeyes got this far. 9 seed in the tournament, making this deep of a run. Be proud for these guys this season. First-year head coach Ben McCollum, who ESPN on an article yesterday said that he's going to be back next year as the head coach, with rumors out there that he's turning down offers by other programs. You guys should be excited for the future to come with the program at Iowa, especially with the head coach you got. Just an incredible head coach. 63-55. Free throw is good by Illinois. This score does not indicate how close it's been throughout the course of this game. Iowa needing a bucket. Starts up fake at the top. Into the hands of Sage, playing with 4 fouls. Outside, Sturts finds Sage. Sage, a lot of dribbling. Sage towards his left off the dribble, bumped into and fouled. And the free throw is coming up for Iowa. At the line, a 1-on-1 bonus with Tate Sage. It's going to be reach and foul charged to number 0, David Mirkovic of Illinois. And Mirkovic picks up, that was his first. Tomislav Avicic with 4, Keaton Wagler with 3 for fouls. Iowa with Tate Sage, who's shooting in the 1-on-1 bonus. He has 4 fouls, 3 fouls each by Cooper Koch and Tavion Banks. First free throw, good. Arizona, Purdue coming up later tonight. I'll be back on the call for that one. Feel free to join back live around 8:49 p.m. tonight. Second free throw is good. 6-point lead for Illinois. Inbound in the backcourt for the Fighting Illini. Not going to be too many possessions left in this game. Both of these teams play slower tempo offenses. David Mirkovic at the top of the key. Illinois looking to take this shot clock down, or will they go here? Wagler, 12 in the timer, dribbles back out to the perimeter. He's defended by Isaiah Howard, right wing off the double team. Moves it off to Mirkovic. Mirkovic slides it off to the corner. Corner 3 off the mark, no good. Rebound, it goes to Illinois in the offensive glass. They reset. Open jumper straight away, no good off the mark. And that was taken with 17 on the shot clock. That's a poor possession for Illinois off the offensive rebound. They could have taken it down to single digits. And by the time they take that shot, it should have been 2 minutes left to go in the game clock. Right now, we're down to 2:05 and under left to play. Jumper misfired by Sturts. Offensive rebound going up and got fouled. 2 free throws at the line by Tate Sage of Iowa. 2 minutes even left to go. Yeah, that was bad clock management by Illinois. All they had to do was just take it down off the clock, take some more time off the clock, and see if they can line up another shot to increase the lead if they didn't get it. Look at the rebound margin tonight. They've been heavily favored on the glass. 16-6 in offensive rebounds. That's on Avicic. He just fouled out. So Tomislav Avicic just picked up his 5th personal foul and has fouled out. That's a huge mistake there for Illinois. He is 7'1". Yeah, that's bad. Tomislav Avicic, number 3 score. 13 points. Size and length for him, disrupting Iowa throughout the course of this game. And now he fouled out. Tate Sage, 69% free throw shooter, going to shoot 2 at the line. Both teams combining for 19 personal fouls the second half. 10 for Illinois, 9 for Iowa. Both teams in a double bonus next time around. First free throw is good. Still plenty of time for Iowa to see if they can make a comeback. That completely changed in a missed 3 early in the shot clock off an offensive rebounds that they couldn't capitalize. Completely changed it down to a 4-point game. Plenty of time for Iowa. Illinois with possession. Keaton Wagler at the left wing perimeter. If you're Iowa, you cannot foul. This is a really solid free throw shooting team for Illinois. Lob, down low, got it. Up and off the backboard by Stojakovic. Right past the defense. Iowa, nobody could box him out. Down low as he was able to slip backdoor and score a 2. Runner starts no good. Offensive rebound, no good. Missed the putback. Cam and Menyahu, that's going to hurt for agents for him. Missed putback at the rim, and Illinois collects the rebound. Illinois taking time off the clock as we're down to under 1:20 left to play. A 6-point advantage for the Illini. And the clock stops with 1:12. Personal foul charge to Cooper Koch. Minute 12 left to go. Iowa picks up a quick foul there. Yeah, you got to finish that if you're if you're Iowa. You got to finish that shot at the rim. Visuals, thanks for joining in. Appreciate you here for being a part of the stream. Double bonus time at the free throw line for Keaton Wagler, a 79% free throw shooter who's perfect tonight. 3 for 3 at the line, 21 points, leading the team for Illinois. If you're in a close game with Illinois, it's just so tough to win against them. They're just a really tremendous free throw shooting team, top 20 in the country, and free throw shooting percentage. First one is good. Ricky, thanks for joining in. Oh, sorry to hear about your Hawkeyes, man. They gave them a battle. Iowa looked like they were going to pull it off in the first half. Second free throw is good. Illinois, just a little bit more size for the Fighting Illini. Able to wear out Iowa inside the low post and on the offensive glass. Tremendous defensive display, too, by Illinois in the second half. Timeout on the floor taken by the Hawkeyes. 67-59, minute 12 left to go. If you're just joining in, looked like Iowa was going to run away with this game and win it and upset Illinois. Iowa led 12-2 in the first 5 minutes in regulation, and Iowa was drilling their threes. They drilled 9 threes going into halftime. They made just 2 threes in the second half, though. Just an amazing first half at 57% from the floor, but then the defense at Illinois rose up in half number 2, made things difficult. Illinois started to control the glass. Illinois plus 15 in rebounds tonight, 35-20, 16-7 on the offensive glass and points in the paint. It was a major differential, 40-12 for Illinois in points in the paint. Like, for Illinois to win this game and shoot as horribly as they did from the perimeter, that's huge for the Fighting Illini. 3 for 17 from three-point range. They had an off game tonight from 3, and they're up by 8. Illinois on the route for their first Final Four appearance since 2005. Iowa needing a bucket rather quickly. Minute 10 left to go. Hawkeyes at the wing. Up fake side step to the right. A 3 off a Rainbow. Came up short off the air ball. Illinois collects the basketball. And Iowa in the backcourt, they will not foul. Illinois crosses midcourt. Final minute left to go. Iowa looking to see if they can come up with a steal. They cannot, and eventually it leads to a foul. Charging the Hawkeyes, it will send Kylan Boswell to the free throw line for Illinois. 50.8 seconds left to play. Illinois shooting in the double bonus 2 shots. Yeah, thanks so much, Visuals. Appreciate you here for being a part of the stream. I'll be back in later tonight. Arizona, Purdue. If you'd like to come on board, feel free to do so. I'll see if I can get that stream link up there for you guys and put that in the chat. First free throw, good. At the line for Illinois. I'll be live tomorrow as well, covering both of the Elite 8 matchups tomorrow. Second free throw is good. 10-point lead for the first time tonight for the Fighting Illini. 69-59 with under 50 seconds left to play. Iowa. A lot of dribbling going on. So they will take a 3 out the wing. Bricked off the back rim, no good. And it's believe it's a push-off here. Charge to Iowa. It's going back to Illinois. 37.6 seconds left to go. Yep, that's a push-off foul. Charge to Iowa over the back. Zro with a dodo. Let's get that dodo hype out here for Zro in the stream. You the legend, brother. All right, so I just pinned it up there. Thanks so much, Jeffrey. Really appreciate it, man. Feel free to join in my next stream, Purdue against Arizona. That link is now pinned in the chats. 37.6 seconds left. Props to Iowa, 9 seed. Led throughout the majority of this game, gave Illinois all they could handle, just the wheels fell off in the second half. Illinois outscored Iowa 41-27 in half two. Keaton Wagler, a 79% free throw shooter. And this Illinois team, I mean, they're really good at the free throw line. Right now, 16 for 19 as a team. First free throw is good. This score does not indicate how close it was. Illinois completely took over with under 8 minutes left to play. It was all Illinois, closing out this game on a monster run. Second free throw, Wagler, good. Man, a freshman having an outstanding season, drilling free throws like that. High pressure moments, that's huge for Keaton Wagler. 25 on the perfect 7 for 7 at the free throw line. Iowa, no good on the 3. Offensive rebound, controlled by the Hawkeyes. 25 seconds left to go. Sturts, no good on the 3. Off the back rim, tipped around. Illinois controls the defensive rebound. And Illinois will continue dancing, the first team in the Final Four. The number 3 seed, the Fighting Illini. First time since 2005. They're in the Final Four for Illinois. Brad Underwood goes out, recruits 4 key players from Eastern Europe on the team. Gets a big-time freshman with Keaton Wagler, who led his way with 25 points, led his team to victory in this matchup. It wasn't pretty for the most part for Illinois, but their size just took over and dominated in half number 2. 71-59 the final score. Illinois will take on the winner of Duke versus UConn next Saturday in the Final Four. Points in the paint, rebounds, major difference makers in this game. Illinois only shot 3 for 17 from the perimeter. But Illinois plus 17 on the glass, 38-21. And then plus 28 points in the paint, 40-12. Orange Crush back to the Final Four for the first time in 21 years. What a game tonight. Heads up for Iowa. Iowa's got an incredible coach. First year under Ben McCollum, making Elite Eights with former D2 and mid-major players and 3-star recruits. Once he builds up the program, this program is going to be something really special for the future for the Hawkeyes. But Illinois, man, just they dominated half number 2. 43-27 second half for the Fighting Illini to pick up the victory. Thanks all for joining in. We're going to close out here, sign off. I'll be back live in a little bit from now, around 15 minutes for Purdue versus Arizona. We close out to the channel members. We got Jason, John, Michael, Bradley, Joe, Lonely Satellite, Warren, the Nisha player, Norma, Kelly, Ogie, Russell, Rydog, Astros fan for life, All in the Prowl, I am Ghost, Ian, Edith, SGA Sports Talk, and Elaine. Thanks all for joining in tonight. Illinois, first team to the Final Four. Final score, 71-59. I'll be back in later tonight. Purdue against Arizona. Feel free to join back in. That link pinned to the chat. Thanks so much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday night.